What did Keir Starmer say about the possibility of rejoining the EU, the single market, or the customs union? Squirming Starmer: "I will reset EU relations and strike trade deal with Trump," Keir vows, as he faces Brexit betrayal allegations. Sir Keir Starmer has pledged to secure a closer relationship with the European Union and negotiate a trade deal with Donald Trump, dismissing fears that his approach could undermine Britain's Brexit future. Speaking aboard the HMS Iron Duke during a visit to the Baltic, the Prime Minister addressed concerns about leaked European Commission documents outlining tough demands for concessions in future security negotiations. While insisting he would not rejoin the EU, he refused to rule out closer alignment with the bloc in exchange for reducing trade barriers during talks set for next year. Starmer also faced questions about whether aligning with EU regulations could jeopardize trade deals already in place, such as those with Australia and Japan, or hinder the prospects of a free trade agreement with a deregulated United States. Despite these concerns, he promised to deliver a reset in relations with Europe that would leave citizens better off and improve public services. In a direct appeal for trust, Starmer pushed back against accusations that he is betraying Brexit, claiming he would strike a balance reminiscent of Winston Churchill's strategy of maintaining ties with both Europe and the United States. "We've been really clear from the start that this is not about rejoining the EU, the single market, the customs union, or freedom of movement," Starmer said. "But within that, I do want to reset relations to secure a better deal for people and ensure they feel the benefits." When pressed about the EU's desire for free movement of under-30s between the UK and Europe, Starmer remained cautious, but refused to close the door completely. "Freedom of movement is a red line for us," he insisted. "We have no plans to reintroduce free MO on dynamic alignment, a term for closely following EU rules." The Prime Minister avoided making firm commitments. "There is going to be a process," he said. "We want a better deal, but we have clear red lines outlined in our many critics argue that any move toward alignment with the EU would damage Britain's chances of securing broader global trade deals." However, Starmer assured that his government is fully aware of this challenge. "We're alive to the fact that we have trade deals around the world. We want to keep those, grow them, and strike additional agreements." Addressing concerns about a potential US trade deal, Starmer dismissed the notion that closer EU ties would ruin the opportunity for negotiations with Washington. "It's not an either-or choice," he said, adding, "Churchill didn't say it was either the US or Europe." The Prime Minister vowed to reopen trade discussions with the incoming US administration, which had been stalled under President Joe Biden 2 years ago. "Of course, we want talks with the US," he stated. Starmer concluded by acknowledging the challenges, but reaffirmed his vision for balanced trade and economic growth. "Anybody trading with Europe knows we need to make it easier, but we'll get the balance right so that the economy grows and people feel better off."